Hello, females on fire. I hope you've all had an amazing weekend. I can't believe it's the end of the weekend already. It's such a beautiful evening here, so I just thought I'd pop out and lie on the grass. I'm tired. I've got a bit of a sore throat, so I just want to have a little bit of a lie down before I go and have to tidy up and head off to bed. But I wanted to come on and talk to you about finding and getting clients. And I've put a little jokey title on the subject of this video, which is "Will you marry me?" And that's because I want to sort of give you an analogy. If you are looking for clients, it's a bit like if you're trying to find someone to marry. And I'm sure a lot of you in this group are already married. Probably most of you, or some of you might be with a partner, or some of you might be single. But if you were on the hunt for your life partner, you wouldn't go up to someone and say, "Will you marry me?" It doesn't happen like that. That would just be absolutely ridiculous. What you would do is you would have a little chat with them, get to know them, find out what they like, find out what sort of personality they have, find out what things you have in common, find out if there's a connection there and if there's a bond there. And it's just like that with finding clients. You don't just go up to a client and say, or potential client and say, "Hey, buy my snazzy, bright object, my service or my product." It just doesn't work like that. If someone came up to you in the street and said, "Right, here, buy this from me," I don't think anyone in their right mind would buy something from someone like that. And it's no different if you're trying to build a business online. You've got to engage with people. You've got to start building those relationships. You've got to start with the drink and the getting to know them and understanding about them and trying to find a connection. And then from there, you can build it up. You know, take this group, for example. We're coming up for 500 ladies in this group, which is absolutely fantastic. And I just couldn't be happier, and I couldn't be happy with the engagement that's going on in the group. But, you know, I don't bring you into the group and say, "Hey, buy my $15,000 program." Of course not. I bring you into this group because I offer community. I offer a place and a safe space to ask your questions and to grow your knowledge and hopefully to help you improve your business and to get the results that you're after. You know, it would be wrong of me to bring you into the group saying, "Hey, buy my $15,000 program." Of course, eventually over time, I hope to think that some of the people in the group will become clients. Those of you that really want to get amazing results will obviously become clients. But, you know, it's a group for everyone. And that's the first step for me, is getting people into the group and getting to know them. And that's something that you need to think about when you are looking to get clients. It's getting to know people. And it is hard sometimes. I know it's hard. I know, like, especially if you're one of these people having to go trawl through Facebook groups trying to find potential clients, you're trying to strike up conversations and you don't want to sort of come across as too pushy, but at the same time you want to try and build that connection in as short as possible time. And the answer to that is being consistent, consistently showing up, sharing your message, sharing your story, sharing your successes, the successes of your clients. What have you achieved? What have your clients achieved? You know, what are the benefits that you bring? Remember, benefits sell, but try and share these and share them in an engaging way. You know, I think Michelle did a great video yesterday, was talking about how few people had hopped onto the promo thread that I posted in the group. And I've said this before, I don't have a specific promo day in the Female on Fire Facebook group. And the reason for that is I don't want people who are going to pop into the group, post their shit, post their offers and then leave the group. I want people who want to come into the group, who want to use it as a community, to use it as a safe place where we can all learn and develop together. But when you have an opportunity to promote, yes, you absolutely need to do it, particularly in a group like this, where it is a small group. There's only 500 people, which isn't a huge amount of people as far as Facebook groups go. So it is a safe space. And if you don't know what to write, send me a message. Send me a message saying, "This is what I'm thinking of writing. How does this sound?" And I'm more than happy to give you feedback, because what I want to see is I want to see every single person in here engaging. You know, lurkers are not going to find clients. And Michelle said this, and I'm going to say it again today. If you're a lurker, that is not going to find you clients. There are 2 billion people on Facebook. You cannot say that you cannot find clients. They are everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. So you need to figure out where they are. Where are they hanging out? Which groups are they hanging out in? And then you need to figure out how to attract them, how to strike up that initial conversation. You know, how do your eyes meet across the crowded bar? You know, that's what it'd be like in dating. So how do you make that initial connection with somebody? And that's what I want you to think about. It's not hard, but it takes commitment. And it takes courage sometimes, because it is, for a lot of us, it's a really scary thing, putting yourself out there online, sharing things about yourself. It's absolutely terrifying. It takes me a long time. Sometimes when I'm doing a Facebook Live, I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes I procrastinate on it for about an hour, because I keep going to press the go live, and then I go, no. And then I go to do it again, and I have days like that, and we all do. But you've got to just take the courage and just take those first steps. And the more you do something, the easier it becomes. So get in a habit. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes every single day where you'll take specific and targeted action. And that's the other thing that's really important, is it's not just going in there and just, posting messages and replying to comments. Make sure that every action you take is very specific, and what you're trying to get out of every action you take is very specific and very targeted. Otherwise, you can easily waste hours for very little gain. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to think about spending the next few weeks, and actually someone in the group, and I can't remember who it is, said they've started doing that and they've seen results already from posting that. From starting just to be consistent, to consistently showing up, to consistently sharing their message, consistently sharing results, consistently sharing the benefits of what they do. Think about ways and set aside the time to do that. I've got clients that way. In fact, I've worked with, I'm sure she won't mind me saying, but I've worked with Amy in the group, and Amy is absolutely amazing. She's, absolutely exploded her business. And actually she's moving on to sort of finding her true purpose, which has been incredible to see. But, I connected with Amy over a post that I put in another group, which was a tip on how to, I think it was how to get the right image showing up when you share a link on Facebook. And I literally just put a video, shot a video, posted it in the group. And then next thing I knew, Amy messaged me. We got chatting, and she signed up for my program, and it was brilliant. But it just goes to show it does work, and that's happened to me so many times. Just from posting consistently, you get people reaching out to you, or people like the message that you're sharing, or people like what you're saying, or they resonate with you. So that's why, sharing things about yourself helps people to build that connection. It turns out Amy and I went to the same university, so that's perfect. That was a great connection. And that was just by chance. But, if I share that I've got kids, and then you meet someone else and they've got kids, and your kids are similar age, or if you're an animal lover, everyone's been joking this week because I've been sending out lots of animal messages, but, if you're an animal lover, you can instantly build that connection with someone. So share things about yourself. Don't be afraid to open up and be open about things. And that's it. I think I've waffled on. So, get out there, set aside the time to show up, to be consistent, to engage. Use this group as a practice ground. Start engaging with the other ladies in this group. It's such an amazing group, and I'm really proud of it, and I'm really proud of everyone in this group. But I want to see more people showing up. I want to see more people taking action, and test things out in this group. Start sharing your stories. Start sharing, your words of wisdom. And as I said, message me if you don't know what to write, or if you've written something and you're not sure if it sounds right. Send me a message with it, and I'll let you know what I think of it. And that's my message for now. So you can find clients, but you just need to understand the process. So don't go straight up to people and say, will you marry me? No, you need to flirt with them. You need to engage with them. You need to find out if you've got that connection. And then you can start taking things one step further. Then you can move to the hand-holding stage. Then you can move to the kissing stage, and then you can move, we don't want to talk about that, but anyway, you can move to whichever stage you want. But it's all about that initial connection and seeing if you've got that initial rapport with someone, so that you can start to build a relationship that can then translate into sales. So that's it. That's my word of wisdom for this evening. I hope everyone is geared up for an amazing week next week, and I'm looking forward to sharing my thoughts with you a bit more. And I've just posted up a link to the workshop that I am running on Friday, Your Ultimate Business Success System. So I would love to see as many of you on there as possible. So please do sign up, because it's going to be absolutely amazing. And that's it from me. Take care. Bye-bye.